Everybody, and welcome back to my channel. You've landed yourself on video number 3 of my series to raise awareness for different mental health issues that arise during the holiday season. Now, if you guessed that this title had anything to do with Madonna, you are absolutely correct. When I was thinking about what to title this video, I was absolutely thinking of the song Ray of Light because I loved that song when I was in junior high school. Wow, I'm showing my age. So if this is your first time here, welcome. So glad to have you. If you've been a long-time subscriber, I'm so glad to have you back. If you are brand new, please be sure to hit the subscribe button because I know you're going to love this video. And whether you're subscribed or not, make sure you have that notification bell on. It's right next to the subscribe button. This way you can be notified when all of my new videos go up. We do have 2 left in the series and I do not want you to miss either one of them. So get that bell up so you can be notified as soon as it goes live. We're going to be talking about topics like, is it really greener on the other side, and why it's important to treat yourself during the holiday season. If you missed the other 2 videos, there will be links to them in the info section below so you can easily check them out. Also, if you're not already, please be sure to head over to Instagram at Recycled Stardust. Give me a follow. I'm going to have a mini clip of this video there, as well as 2 images of this look so you can see what it looks like, not in the video. Of course, there'll be a list of all the products used to create this look in both the info section here as well as on Instagram. By the way, this video, along with the entire series, features brushes from my favorite brush line, the Royal & Calmata brush line. There'll be details about these brushes in the info section below, as well as shoppable links to each and every brush set and brush that I use, so be sure to check that out. By the way, guys, if you want to save any money on the brush purchases, you can use my promo code Recycled Stardust, same as my Instagram, it's right on the screen. And these make the perfect present during the holiday season. They are perfect to expand your brush collection. They're a great way to just try new and different brushes because they're so affordable. So be sure you check them out. I know you guys are going to love them as much as I do. So with all that being said, let's have some fun and start the tutorial. I love a good theme, so going with the theme, which is seasonal associated depression, or SAD, which, as some of you may know, means that you get depressed around the time of daylight saving time. The days get shorter, there's less sunlight, and you just feel an overwhelming feeling of fatigue and sadness. So we're going to start this look by doing eyeshadow, and we're going to be using the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I chose this palette pretty deliberately. I think a lot of us, and I say us because I have experience with seasonal associated depression, and I think one of the things that you want to do when you're experiencing that I hate that it's now dark at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon feeling, and you just start to feel your mood just drop, and you just kind of want to escape to like any one of these places on here. Like even right now as I film this, we're past daylight saving time, so obviously you know, it's Thanksgiving week, it's dark out, and it kind of sucks, and sometimes it brings us down. So that's why I chose the Born to Run palette, because sometimes we all just want to run away and go on vacation. But we can't all do it. Now, what I love about this palette is it features all of these great like vacation shots, and I can tell you that as someone who has dealt with SAD in the past, kind of dealing with it now. Like, it got dark at 5 o'clock today, and I felt so tired. Like, I just wanted to lay on the couch. It's terrible. I look at these photos on here and I'm just like, I would love to vacation to any one of these places right now, but it's Thanksgiving week and it's just not possible. So to kind of get out of that mindset of it's so dreary, especially in New York, it's dreary. Hopefully where you are it's a little bit nicer. You know, to get myself out of that mind state, I like to do anything that kind of transforms me, lets me use my imagination. It makes me feel, at least for just the time of doing my makeup, that I'm somewhere else, that I'm somewhere sunny, beautiful, basking on a beach somewhere. That being said, like, if you love winter, you probably are not relating, but if you love winter, that's great, because I think that everybody deserves that happiness during the holiday season. So this is the palette we're working with. Even though this was released in the summer, it's got some very fall and holiday shades, which is why I chose it today. And I'm going to be starting this look with the Royal & Cal. This is the Mata Eyeshadow brush. This is number BMD466. I personally love this brush. I use it every day, even when I'm not filming for you guys, because it has this wonderful dome tip and it has different length of its bristles, so it's really going to pick up no matter what shadow you're using with it, and it works well with creams, works well with gels, powders, you name it. This is like the ultimate eyeshadow brush, and I swear by it. That's why it looks like it's a little bit like it's had some love, like it's been used. That's why, because it is phenomenal. So we're going to start this look, and one thing you're going to notice is I'm not doing any concealer on the eye. I'm doing that because I want my shadow to just be a little bit more diffused and a little bit softer than its full pigmentation. So the shade we're going to start out with is Baja, right here. So what I do is I take the side of the brush and I just lightly tap on the shadow, and that'll give me just enough product that's on the front and nothing on the back, so I can deposit the shadow, then flip the brush and blend it. That's something that I personally love to do, and I think that if you're a brush minimalist like me and you don't want to have like 1,000 dirty brushes, that's a great way to kind of just save your time on washing brushes, because honestly, makeup is supposed to be fun. So I'm applying this in dabbing motions, and as you can see, I'm really sticking just to the lid. I just turn over my eyeshadow brush to the clean side, and I use that to blend the product, and as you can see, I'm doing it very softly. So it kind of just diffuses the edge. Now, that being said, I'm going to go back into the same side that I used Baja on, and I'm going to go into the shade Still Shot. Now, the reason why I'm using the same side is because it helps to combine the two shades together, which I feel makes doing a transitional shade just a little bit easier. You know, I don't see many people doing that online, but this is just my personal tip to you guys, that it really helps to give you a more even blending. As you see, I really didn't have to do much there except for move it up a little bit. And for me personally, when I'm doing a makeup routine, especially if I'm feeling tired from the holiday season or I'm experiencing sad, I want to be able to have the most relaxing eye look. I don't want to be sitting here blending for 20 hours. I just want to get the look done, and I want it to look beautiful. So the next shade we're going to use is Weekender, which is right here, and I'm going to be using the clean side of the brush. So the brush we've been using to blend, I'm going to go right into Weekender. And again, I'm doing the dab, dab, dab just because this is a matte shade and you don't want too much kickback, and you definitely don't want fallout. And I'm just very lightly applying that to the top and into the brow bone. And you can see it gives a very cohesive, it's very subtle, all three shades are very subtle, but they work together to blend each other out. So you may have seen the title is called Ray of Light. And so for this eye look, even though it's softer, I still want to brighten it up a little bit. But I also want to give you guys my first tip for dealing with seasonal associated depression. If you're experiencing SAD, you're not alone. Over 3 million people in the US alone experience SAD every single year. This is brought on by the change of seasons, and in particular, the lack of sunlight. My best advice to you is that if you have the chance, get outside for at least an hour a day and get those sun rays in. Of course, use sunscreen when you're outside, but it's best any little bit of that sun that you can absorb, get on your skin, is going to make you feel better, and it's going to boost your mood. And hopefully, since you guys are watching too, makeup brings you joy as well. Sit in front of your vanity, put on some eyeshadow, and you'll be surprised at how good you feel afterwards. It's that time you take out for yourself that can make you feel so much better. So to brighten up my look and give myself just a little bit of a ray of light, as the title suggests, I'm going to be applying the shade Stranded. And I'm using my Mata. This is the Royal Nickel. This is the concealer brush. And the reason I love this brush and I use it in an unconventional manner is because when I swipe it along a shimmery shade, because it's so small and so condensed, it really allows me to get the control and that shine right on my lid. And I like that I don't have to moisten the brush, I don't have to do much to it, and I can get right here in the inner corner of the eye and really define that. You see how bright that is? And I can even use this to line the lower lash line because it is so thin at the tip and because it is so flat. Flat brushes are perfect for applying to shimmery shadows and glittery shadows, and they help to reduce any fallout that you would normally have. So I'm going to put this all over the lid. Yes, I'm going above my crease because I want to brighten up the entire look. And I'm going to be going back in with my eye shader and just blending that out with whatever's left on the brush. So I diffused it out. As you can see, it's much softer. This isn't an entirely glam look, although there will be glam aspects coming, so do not think, oh, well, you know, it's more subtle, it's not a holiday look. It's absolutely a holiday look. You just wait until you see what we're going to do with the rest of the look. Now for this look, I'm not going to be doing any false lashes. Instead, I'm going to be using my By Terry mascara to add a little bit of depth on my lashes. So now we're going to be applying the foundation, and I do want to give you tip number 2 before we get into the foundation routine. Now this tip is a pretty easy one if you've been experiencing SAD. Change the lighting in your house. I'm telling you, it will make the hugest difference. It's best to opt for more warm tone bulbs or sit by a light box early in the morning. Now those of you guys that film YouTube videos or do videos or just have a lot of lighting on your vanity, switch out those bulbs for warmer bulbs, and when you're doing your makeup routine in the morning, you're going to instantly have a mood elevation and a boost throughout the day. So it's kind of like win-win. You're doing something that you love, plus you're getting those mood boosters from the more warm tone light. So for my foundation, I'm going to be using the Dermablend Pro. This is the Flawless Creator Drops. These are multi-use. I'm going to be using them as foundation, and this is in the shade 30N. Now with this, you really want to shake it up. I find that if you don't shake it up, it kind of gets a little, like, I don't know, tacky. So I'm going to shake that up. And I'm going to be using my Mata Prismatic. This is the part of the Face Perfecting Kit. And I love this brush. This is number 801, by the way. I love this brush for foundation because it really just leaves skin looking so smooth. And you don't need to use a lot of product with this brush just because it blends out so flawlessly and it absorbs so little product. Using a brush like this is absolutely going to save you some money. What I like to do is I like to tap on the product into the 4 corners of my face and then blend in a downward motion because it'll give you more of a flawless look. Everybody has like fine hair on their face, and when you brush upwards, you're lifting those hair up and your skin is going to look cakey, your makeup's going to look cakey. So you always kind of want to go in a downward motion. Like sometimes I find myself doing circular, but this is the best way to apply your makeup for a more flawless application. I love that the tips of the brush can be used to define areas like the nose, the cheek, and even the jaw. So this brush is pretty multi-use. You can actually use this when contouring, you can use this when highlighting, you can use this to blend out concealer, and I love that I'm able to go right over my brows without worrying about messing them up just by using the tip of the brush right in between, and I don't have to switch to 1001 brushes. This gets the job done gets the job done of like 7 brushes. Highlight, conceal, foundation, powder, cream, gel, doesn't matter, you can do it all with this brush, and it's got the precision by using the sides. I do want to add a little bit of powder to this look to warm it up, and I'm going to be using the Dermablend. This is the loose setting powder, and this is in the shade beige, so this is the color beige. Now I'm going to tap a little bit off into the cap, very little, as you can see, it's just a little bit. So now I'm going to be using a powder brush. This is one of the Mata Prismatics. This is the multi-purpose powder brush. And I'm using just the tip in the powder. And I want to tap off all that excess. I love this multi-purpose powder brush. This is another brush that can take the place of so many other brushes. In that you can use it for your highlight, you can use it for your concealer, you can use it to bake. You can use it to blend. I've even found success, like even though it says a multi-purpose powder brush, I have found success with this brush if I already have a cream on my face and I want to blend that cream. It works for that as well. Even if there's like nothing on the brush, it still works. So overall, using the combination of the Dermablend products as well as the Mata Prismatic brushes, it's going to leave your skin looking and feeling like skin. So you're not going to have all of that cakiness on it. Now I did want to add just a little bit, even though I put powder on, I do want to add a little bit of some contour. And I'm going to be using the Kokie Cosmetics. This is the cream contour. You can highlight, contour. This is a dark palette, so I'm going to be using a very, very small amount of this middle shade here. And I'm going to go back in with the brush that I showed you guys before, which is number 801. It's the Mata 801 that I told you can use for anything. And I'm just going to tap the very top of it into the cream Kokie powder right here. And this is the cream contour palette in dark. Now I really got like the just tiniest amount. And you can kind of see that it really is just that tiny amount. And I'm creating my contour. And it's just creating a very natural, warm contour. So you want your face to look just a little bit thinner, but this is definitely more subtle than some of my other looks. And you can see that by using a dense brush like this and by applying just a minimal amount of product, even though it's a dense brush, you can still get a very soft look using it. So now don't let this look fool you. You might be thinking this isn't a typical holiday look. Well, it's about to get really holiday right now. So before I get into my highlight routine, which is going to be super glowy, I want to talk to you guys about my tip number 3, and that's get active. Do some yoga, meditate, exercise, even do something creative. Create some art, music, draw, write. Just get it out. Any of these creative or physical outlets are going to help release endorphins. It's going to help alleviate those feelings of sadness and boost overall mood. It also gives you something to look forward to. If it's something that you make a ritual, if it's something that you make a routine and you do it every day, you'll begin to look forward to it. So maybe in the morning you have your light, you do your makeup, you feel amazing, you come home from work, maybe you're a little tired, write a paragraph every single day and sit on your floor and meditate. These little things, these little changes that we do during the holiday season can really help us get through those harder parts. For me personally, I love doing yoga, I love writing, I love creating, and I love making videos for you guys. So it kind of is an all-in-one for me where I'm able to have that mood boosting and also bring you these amazing videos. So I'm so excited to show you guys my highlighting routine, which is going to be featuring the Cover FX. These are the glitter drops. And this is in the shade, I believe it's Luna. It lost the sticker at the bottom. I will have the actual name of this in the info section below. So what I love about these drops is that they have their own little like eyedropper, so you really can control the amount of product. Now I really want to glow to the gods, so that's what we're going to do right now. Now I'm personally going to just apply a little bit on my nose and on my cheek towards the orbital area, a little bit on my chin. I think I ran out. That's a sign. That's a sign I'm doing too much. So I'm going to be blending out my highlight with the Royal Nickel. This is the Tapered Kabuki. And I love how just softly it blends this product out. But you lose kind of that white cast that you see when it's a drop, and it becomes all shimmer and all shine. And it really helps you to release all those shimmery, glittery particles. And I love how soft it is, and it doesn't disturb any of the makeup underneath. So it has, because it's tapered and you have the different length of the bristles, you really can control exactly how much you're blending, and it's not going to start picking up. It's not going to start picking up any of your foundation or any of your powder underneath. If you notice, the brush is staying clean and it's just blending out the liquid that I've put on my face. And you can also take some of that and apply it to your forehead in a very light way. But I really just want to stick to those orbital bones. So now you can leave it like this, or if you want to be like me and add just a little bit more shimmer, I'm going to be using the LA Splash. This is the crystallized glitter, and this is in the shade Tequilina, like tequila, but also martini. I always think I'm saying that wrong. So I'm putting just a little bit into the cap, and I'm going to go back in with the Tapered Kabuki brush, and I'm going to apply just a little bit. Like I'm going to tap it off. I'm going to apply it kind of like how I applied the translucent powder, because you don't want too much. As you can see, it looks like it's a lot, but you got to trust me on this, you guys. You got to apply a lot and then you got to blend it out. Otherwise you're going to look like a Christmas tree. So you apply it and it's going to stick to the Cover FX that you've already applied. So after you apply it nice and thick, you can leave it like that if you want, but I personally just want a light dusting. And I'm going to go back in with my Mata multi-purpose brush. This is the multi-purpose powder brush from the Mata Prismatics, and I'm just going to blend out that shimmer. See, like I said, it's multi-purpose. You can use it for anything. Highlight, powder, translucent powder, whatever you want. It's going to get the job done. So as you see, it's really helping to diffuse that shimmer, but still add all of that light. So as you can see, it really helps to brighten up the look. So it may seem a little crazy at first to apply glitter directly to your face, but I love how fine milled the LA Splash glitter is, so it really just diffuses nicely. And as you can see on my fingers, it's just very subtle, very shimmery. It doesn't feel textured, and you're not going to have all that fallout because it's sticking to the Cover FX, which also has its own shimmer in it. I am also going to be adding just a little bit of blush, and this is the Pixie by Petra. This is the Multi Balm in Baby Petal. Now I'm going to be applying right below where I applied my highlight, and I'm just going to be blending that softly out with my finger. To add a little bit of that seasonal blushing or flushing. Now for the last part of this tutorial, we're going to be finishing up with a shimmery, glittery lip. But before I get to the lip, I do want to give you guys my last piece of advice, and that is tip number 4. You are not alone. During the holiday season, do not be afraid to ask for help. Talk to family, friends, or even a licensed professional. Depression and other negative feelings are not something that you have to fight by yourself. Even if it only comes around during the holiday season, it's still wise to talk to somebody. You'd be surprised at how a quick chat, small laugh, or even a quick cry can make you feel so much better. So if you're feeling down, don't be afraid to use your mouth, reach out, and ask for help. So for the lip look, I'm going to be using Half Caked Girl Crush, and I'm going to be using Kaolin Carnival Glitter in Moonrise. Now to apply the glitter, I'm going to be using the lip brush from the Mata Metallics collection. This is number M24. And I'm dipping it right into Kaolin Moonrise. I love the precision tip. This is a nice long lip brush and it's wide enough to apply glitter. Some lip brushes are more like a liner, whereas this is flat enough and wide enough to really apply glitter. And you can see it really picks up the glitter without being moist, without having any product on it. It just picks up all that glitter to the different length bristles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial as well as all my tips. I really encourage you guys to find joy in the little things this holiday season, even if it's just as simple as a makeup routine or a makeup tutorial. Most importantly, I want you guys to remember that no matter what you're going through this holiday season, whether you're filled with joy or not, that there are resources for you guys to reach out to. If you do find yourself needing someone to talk to, you can always reach out to the National Hopeline Network, and you can reach them at 1-800-273-TALK. Please be sure to check the info section, as I will be listing other phone numbers as well as other resources that can help you in the holiday season and beyond. I do want to make the disclaimer to you guys that I am not a licensed professional, and all my advice is based on my own personal experiences as well as research I have done online. If you do find yourself needing someone to talk to, please be sure to reach out to a local therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, or psychologist for licensed help. As mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you aren't already, please head over to Instagram at Recycled Stardust. Give me a follow. You'll be seeing shots of this look as well as a condensed video if you just want to see the tutorial. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Cheers!